Hello everyone! This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. I couldn't figure out what to do with my arms for a second, but I suppose I have now. Alright, let's get right into things. A new review for you from Popeyes. They have released a new chicken sandwich. Now, as a matter of fact, they advertise this with the implication given, saying that they're trying to reignite the chicken sandwich wars. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, because I know a lot of people kind of feel like the chicken sandwich wars, it's kind of been dragged on a bit, but I mean, it does keep going and going and going somehow. So who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Either way, this is a new sandwich that I am excited about. It does look pretty interesting, so let's take a look. It is called the Buffalo Ranch Chicken Sandwich. So the name is very straightforward, right? You think, all right, buffalo, it's got buffalo meat on it. And then ranch, like you're out at the ranch where you'd be getting the buffalo meat from. And the chicken is thrown in to confuse you. Either that or it's a chicken sandwich with a buffalo ranch sauce on it. I mean, we'll find out for sure. I suspect the latter, though. Yeah, here's what they say, though. It's got a new sauce, so it's all in the sauce. It is, as they describe it anyway, a creamy herb buttermilk ranch sauce with zesty, buttery buffalo sauce. I feel like they're running out of adjectives here. They're going all out. Then it comes with chicken, so the sauce is obviously on chicken, because otherwise, you just get the sauce on a bun. And after that, some pickles, and it's on a brioche bun. But again, the big deal is the sauce. It's supposed to be a buffalo chicken sandwich with a new buffalo sauce, a buffalo ranch sauce, that is, specifically. I believe that's the sandwich. All right, let's look. Oh, look, it's got the sticker. It's got the sticker. Look at that. We've got sticker action going on right now. Confirmed. Confirmed sticker action. Look at that. So that's the sandwich right there. I believe this is the same chicken sandwich pouch that they normally use. Love that chicken sandwich. It went flying out of my hand. Did you see that? I didn't even drop it. That's just the power of the sandwich. It's the power of the creamy, zesty buttermilk ranch sauce. All right, and here it is. Look at that. There it is, the chicken sandwich. We'll get a couple thumbnail shots right here. Well, you get a good look at the sandwich. Since we don't know whether it's going to be good or bad yet, we get thumbnails for all locations. I don't know why I did that one. It would have to be really something special for that. But first impressions, looks a little light on the sauce, if you ask me. Nice big piece of chicken, though. Okay, there's some more sauce there. Let's debun it real quick. A little bit of sauce there. That's the sauce they're all talking about. It is more like a drizzle of sauce on the top, though. The bottom, a little better, but still more like a drizzle of sauce, I would say. But either way, we can't judge a book by its cover. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. We'll find out. It's all in the sauce, though, so I'll try to get a couple good bites with that sauce therein. All right, the Popeyes Buffalo Ranch Chicken Sandwich going in. Sorry about that rather, and now we'll turn the autofocus off. Sorry about that rather inexplicable cut where I was making that silly face. Two interesting things actually happened there. Number one, some of the sandwich was kind of falling down on the which, I mean, that's irrelevant. Secondly, though, and most importantly, I looked at the camera and there was some sort of battery issue going. I think if I left it running, probably would have shut off on me. So I had to fix that. While I was doing that, though, I kept eating the sandwich a little bit, so I took an extra 2 bites out of it. So we'll get one more cross section, and then we'll just get into the assessment, because I was already able to taste a decent bit of the sandwich, but there's an additional look at it. All right, so the pros and cons of the sandwich. Overall, it's a pretty solid sandwich, and I will say that. For the most part, I'm happy with it. And my main complaint of it actually stems not really even from anything that tastes bad. It's just something that I wish could have been done a little differently. So number one, we'll get into the chicken first. You could see that it's a decent piece of chicken. And what I like is that there's some mass to it. Sometimes, you can look at this piece of chicken when, before you bite into it, you could think, wow, this thing is like a behemoth. It's massive, it's just absolutely massive. And then you bite in and you realize it's almost all breading and there's very little chicken. This, on the other hand, yeah, there's plenty of breading, but you could see there's plenty of chicken as well. And the chicken quality is good. Very tender, very flavorful. I would actually say, though, I'll take back the one thing that I said earlier. The one issue flavor-wise that I have, the chicken tastes great. The chicken itself, that is. I do think that the chicken was in the fryer a tad too long. Not for very long, but maybe just a couple seconds too long. It's just starting to taste, especially the breading itself, just a little overdone. Not a ton, nothing to the point where it detracts at all, but it's just something that I notice. And that's an issue with my sandwich, obviously. Not everyone's is going to be this way, but that's what I noticed there. But for the most part, the chicken is fine, and I'm quite happy with the amount included in the sandwich. All right, now here's what it comes down to with the sauce. And like I said, it's mostly good. I have one complaint, so here goes. The buffalo sauce is good. It's nice and creamy, and indeed, it's zesty. It's got this nice little kick to it, and a decent amount of spice. It's nothing crazy. It's not like my eyes were watering and I was having some sort of breakdown because the sauce is just that spicy that I couldn't contain myself otherwise. No, there's a little bit of spice. It works very nicely with the chicken, though, and likewise, the pickles actually complement the sauce quite nicely. So it goes together very well. And there's a bit of a nice bit of spice to the sauce. Now here's the thing, though, and it goes two ways. Number one, I wish there was more sauce on the sandwich. You can kind of see when I was showing it to you that it did look right away that there was a mere drizzle of sauce on the sandwich. And it didn't look like there was a whole lot of it. I mean, sure, there was some, but when you look at this big piece of chicken, you think, yeah, maybe it could use a little bit more sauce. That is absolutely correct. And I mention that because the sauce itself, while it's good, you know that some sauces are stronger than others, and some are weaker. Some, the flavor is really, really potent, and it lingers, and it leaves this aftertaste, on and on. There was some item that we tried out. I don't remember what it was, but it was really spicy, whatever it was. And I remember it left the aftertaste. Oh yeah, it was that Taco Bell thing. And it left this spicy aftertaste on, and you could really taste it. Like a little bit of that sauce went a long way. This sauce, on the other hand, it tastes good, but it's not very strong in terms of its potency. Right, so, alright, it's good, very flavorful, some nice spice, complements the chicken quite well, but it doesn't stick around a bit. So when there's not enough of that sauce there to begin with, it leaves you wanting more, and you think, I wish there was more sauce on this, It's missing out. If it had more sauce, it would just take it to the next level. So that's something to be aware of. Now again, I don't know if the amount of sauce that's put on this sandwich, maybe they just do the same thing for yours, maybe they just kind of drizzle it on. If that's the case, I don't know if they would adhere to this request, but ask for extra sauce on the sandwich, because otherwise you might be a bit disappointed. And again, you'd think, wow, the sauce, they've got a good thing going with it, but the sandwich would definitely need a bit more to really get that full experience that I think you would be hoping for, and quite frankly, Popeyes would be as well, most likely. But in the end, it's a good sandwich. The sauce is good. I like it. For a new sauce, it's quite nice, solid. And again, my one complaint, it could just use a bit more sauce. It's still good, but if it had more sauce on it, again, that would just take it up to the next level. Now, price for this sandwich, on average, it's around $5, a $5 sandwich. But again, hey, you're getting a decent-sized piece of chicken. Bear that in mind, and it tastes pretty good at that. So it's a $5 sandwich. Taking everything into account, therefore, I'm going to be giving this sandwich a 7.6 out of 10. If there's more of that sauce and it's just, a bit more flavorful in that regard, I would definitely bump it up a point and it would get that 8.6. So just know, you're looking at a good sandwich here. It tastes good, and just be mindful of the sauce and the amount thereon. That's all that I have for you. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Until next time, a quick review of Popeyes Buffalo Ranch Chicken Sandwich. That is all.